Hello everybody and welcome back to the Train Brothers Railway. Today is our first run of 2022 outside on the rails. This section here we were able to get melted and cleaned out for a quick little run. It is still kind of cold out and snowy. There is a bit of a thaw coming though, so hopefully we can get the other side thawed out and we can run. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But here we go, the freshly railroad Canadian Pacific, most modern loco we have here. Pulling a line of freight cars, and everything is kind of weathering well for winter. Obviously we've started to plan for this coming up year with some track. We did change a couple of things here. This guy, the back line isn't tied in anymore, so we gotta figure that geometry all out. But other than that, trees look like they've survived. They're not terribly wind burnt or anything like that. Tunnel portals we did bring in over here above the mountain. On the other side we've got quite a bit of snow left. This is a big drift that came in. If you guys know the layout, you'll know where we are with the electrical shack. And then coming over through here, tunnel still buried, kind of like the Swiss Alps. Snowpack is in there pretty good. And it's that really hard snow that is really hard to shovel out, so you can't get it out of the tunnel. This is normally where the town is. That is still covered in 6 inches of snow. And we're coming around here, kind of where the main station is. This is thawed out pretty good where the pathway is. Pond still chocked full of ice and snow. And we got more drifts over here with the snow. The rail bed though, in this section at least, is working well. It's getting the water away from the tracks and made sure that they didn't heave or move. The electrical for all the buildings though has been revealed with the freeze and thaw, so we'll have to redo some ballast there. Not a big deal. Coming over here to where the farm was, still got the moss there. Not too sure if that's supposed to be yellow. I'd imagine it is because I don't think it's an evergreen, but we'll see how that develops in the spring. Coming over here, this was just kind of our temporary spot. We knew that this would move. We took it apart here because we lost some support there. We'll fix that up, no problem. And then coming over here, this is probably the worst part of the layout. There's standing water under the rails. Only reason for this is because this whole thing, if you've seen one of our previous videos, this was the spot where it had literally dug out. The whole layout was covered in snow all across there. You couldn't even see that. And this is what it's melted down to. I don't even think, well, you can see a little bit of light through the other side of the tunnel. But all this is solid ice and it's starting to melt. There you can see it's actual water. But the reason for that is because of this snow here. So this all couldn't run off down the hill because this is kind of going downhill. But that's the reason for this kind of ice dam, I guess you could say. But other than that, everything else is kind of weathered quite well. Once that little spot there thaws, all the water will drain away, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But there's the pond, pretty much brimming with ice and snow. And we got up here on the waterfall. Still looks good. Not too terrible, I'd say, for the first winter of the big layout. Let's go over and check out the freight run that's happening over here. This side definitely is in more of the open air, so the snow just kind of blows through. So it's not all packed up with snow like it is over on the other side. Scale shot. Well, there you have it, everyone. There's your first run of 2022 on, well, half the layout anyways, the thawed out side. So stay tuned for more spring videos coming up, and of course we got our regular scheduled videos to remind us of the warmer days of running trains out here on the railway. So until next time guys, take care, take it easy, and keep it on the rails.